Hello and welcome back to the Dragon and Bear Show, where you got me, the bear, grr, and the dragon.
Rar.
There you go. I don't know which side you're on.
It's weird because Discord you're on one side and then my OBS you're on the other side.
Bear.
Yeah.
Where we are watching Gravity Falls. How gravitating.
Oh, funny that is. So funny.
Right.
So fucking hilarious.
This episode is Boss Mabel.
I can't really. It's very difficult to try and actually forcefully make your shoulders stick like that without your arms going up. Because when I'm like that, I want to put my arms up.
To be honest, I thought it was pretty good for video. Episode? Video. I mean, it was video.
Yes, it was technically a video. It's also technically an episode. So you're both right and you're wrong at the same time.
Yes. There we go. More white in the corner of my screen. But yeah, it's a very good episode.
Very fun.
This is the first episode I think I've heard you laugh the most in it.
There's some really good jokes in this one. Fair, I usually mute the mic. My mic's usually muted during. Just because people usually walk in and fucking speak to me as I'm watching.
I mean, I've got my nephew, so, you know.
True. Obviously, I left my mic on this time, so... But yeah, I do agree that I was laughing... Off my memory, I would laugh the most in this one, because this one's more comedy-focused. And it's more... It just lets Mabel have her moment. Yeah,
I think that's good. And it's also like a mixture of serious Mabel at the end, I guess. Serious Mabel.
Like, even when she goes serious, it's funny because she's basically just turning to Stan. She even says that because she's making like old person references as she's arguing.
Just jar yaps.
And then the hat falls on her.
Back.
And it just makes... I'm surprised they didn't do a thing where she looks in the mirror and it sort of ages her up into looking like him. And then she goes, no! That would have been quite funny.
Great.
But yeah, it's definitely a more comedy focused one rather than dealing with anything else. Obviously, we pointed out with a few episodes, a lot of them don't really push on with the plot. They're more just filler comedy episodes.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Obviously, some work in ways that others struggle to. But I feel like this one works very well because, obviously, just like a couple of them, when they've got like two distinctly different plot lines, but very similar, obviously they flow perfectly. There's no issue with the pacing. Obviously, you got the Mabel plot line of her basically trying to run the Mystery Shack her way, being nice, kind, destroying everything by accident, and then going full
highway.
And then going full Grunkle Stan to fix the mess. And then you got the Grunkle Stan plot of him basically being on a Wheel of Fortune type show. Trying to earn money. And of course, it's Grunkle Stan, so he's actually winning money. And then kind of, just fucks himself in the arse and then just loses all the money.
Because he can't remember one simple magical word.
I love with that joke as well, the fact that, obviously, A, it's a callback to the start because they referenced the word please early on. And B, the guy even says it's a P word, and he just comes up with some random ass fucking gibberish words, which is just like it begins with a P, but it's not the P word that fits in that fucking sentence.
I think
it's like an abracadabra type. Yeah, it's like an abracadabra type one, but with a P at the start.
Abracadabra.
Something like that. But it's just like that one moment. I do love the fact that obviously the way she wins is literally just by $1 because she has to spend all the money she's wasted. Obviously, she earned like a fucking jar full just to fix stuff, get stuff back, compensate people for damages that may have occurred because of that giant troll goblin, Gremlin or Gob Gremlin.
Something like that.
Like a massive
goblin.
Like a massive monster. When you look into its eyes, it basically shows you your worst nightmares. I really want to know what it showed that couple, to make them both go crazy. Because obviously
being married together.
We only get to see the one, which is the goblin's own.
My father.
He's just got some glasses on. That was funny. So you only get to see that
I like
once.
how we're laughing at people something with glasses on.
I think it's just a quote of him saying, "Oh, oh sorry,
I am my father."
when you kind of like hear him mumble the words of "I did to my father," like that. That's quite funny. But yeah, I do love that. So it is pretty funny. As I say, she's been really nice the entire episode. She's giving everyone what they want. Obviously, Dipper the chance to go collect a monster. I say Wendy the chance to just have her friends and basically have a day off. And then Zeus the chance to be the company mascot.
Question mark.
It's very revealing. I love how the dots over his crotch.
But no, in the concept drawing that he showed them, he was wearing clothes, so I don't know what happened there.
It's Zeus, so he more than likely took his clothes off in the process.
Probably.
Like, there's no need to it, as you say, but it's Zeus, so he probably just took them off. I mean, he's the one that went off into the woods, saw a wolf, and apparently now he's like
doggy
getting into their pack.
Yeah,
and it's just like, okay, that sums up Zeus.
You do you, Zeus. You do you.
It does sum up Zeus very much. Like, I mean, he got attacked by a fucking big bird at the start. Well, they were glitter painting the fucking mystery shack. It brings in tourists and big birds. Huh?
Animals love him.
But I do love the fact that the whole being a boss for Mabel started just because of Zeus being told no about the question mark. Yeah. That's the last straw.
That's what?
Not the fact that he's literally making your brother wear glued on dog fur. It's clearly giving some sort of worm problem.
Infestation.
No, you just mad because Zeus wasn't allowed to have his moments.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's definitely a really fun comedy focused episode. I say it's not the best episode.
No.
But I think in terms
still
of
decent,
what it's trying to get across, it does it spot on.
Definitely.
It gives you all the Mabel stuff. It cuts it in with the Uncle Stan stuff of like, because obviously the bet is whoever makes the most money wins. Obviously, if Stan wins, then she's got to wear like a loser shirt
for the rest of the summer.
And obviously if Mabel wins, she's the boss for the rest of the summer, and Stan's got to do a little cheeky dance and sing song based on lyrics from Mabel. They do a really good job of showing her stuff and then obviously showing how he's going to get more money, because you start thinking, okay, how's he going to get more money? Is he going to basically like sell like basically some crap along, like be like a businessman on the road, like, oh, do you want to buy something for my mystery shack? I got a mystery street shack or something like that. It's like a mystery cart at the mystery cart. He's selling like, or basically
mystery machine.
A mystery trunk. It's the back of his car, because obviously it's America,
no, it's a mystery machine.
It'd be a trunk.
Yeah.
But obviously that's what you think. He's like, maybe he's doing something like that, but no, he literally goes on like a Wheel of Fortune rip-off show.
Yeah.
Where he gets on there because the producers literally watched him.
I'm having a heart attack.
Be someone who's trying to get all the attention. They're like, get him on the show. And even like it shows that during his actual game, when obviously he's saying like, oh, I'm this guy from so-and-so. I'm this, and obviously he cuts around, he's like, I'm Stan. And then it comes back to his own. He's like, "Did you do me already? I'm Stan." And then it's not even his go, because technically I'm guessing it would start with him at the end. The guy, it goes in order. So obviously it's that guy's go, but yeah, Stan's like, "I want all the S's." Ding. I want to guess the answer. It's not your go. He gets it, and he's like, "Yep, this guy's going to do good." And isn't it like 300,000 in the end? He gets to.
I think it was,
because it's like it keeps having cash showers. And the first time you get the cash show is just hilarious. Wait, you have to take your clothes off. No, get a commercial. It's just like that. Just sums up Stan. Like he'd do something like that. Like he'd say cash shower and actually start stripping his clothes off to get a cash shower. Like it's a perfect episode for both Stan and Mabel. Like they both get really good screen time and a really good amount of comedy each. The rest of the characters are just obviously the additional comedy value. Obviously, Zeus is more of the comedy value, whereas obviously Wendy and Dipper, I wouldn't really say they're the comedy value of this episode.
No, they're just like background characters for this episode.
But obviously, so the more comedy is from obviously Mabel, Zeus, and Grunkle Stan.
Yeah.
But the other two, obviously, they're just to fill out the cast and give obviously Mabel a reason to snap. Yeah. Particularly, obviously, Wendy more than anything, because obviously basically destroying the shack.
She's very manipulative.
And so she basically like has her friends over. They're kind of wrecking the whole place.
Yeah.
Like they injure a kid, and then she's like, "Oh, I don't really want to clean," because you basically kind of saying like, "Stan, okay, you can have a day off. Oh, cheers." And then she goes like, "Oh, I got a headache. I don't really think I should be working." Like, she's the full like one that obviously that and obviously the big gremlin monster obviously are the two reasons for the snap. Obviously, Zeus isn't too much of it because
I
technically,
mean, to be honest, Dipper couldn't really help that. I mean, she kind of like fucked everything up by giving it a 5-minute break.
but obviously you could say Dipper's the fault for basically picking a monster that is that dangerous. Because there's probably plenty of other creatures in that you could have chose. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's probably we've seen plenty of more harmless
like
monsters,
a gnome,
or even one of the minotaurs. They're not too bad.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
I mean,
Then-
or like the bear,
I said that
the multi-bear.
they're not as aggressive. Like they're not going to like cause too much damage. So realistically, he was at fault for choosing something that's dangerous.
I'm just shocked I actually managed to capture it.
I know. I mean, even in the bag, it still had like it still bit him on the arm, and he had to punch it to stop it. And so I wonder how he caught it.
If only that was another episode.
And so, to be fair, what they could have done, they could have had the Grunkle Stan song end the episode, and then the end credit cut like to
show how difficult.
Yeah, like the last quote instead of obviously he's dancing and Mabel's like, yay, and then she turns around to him and goes, wait, how did you capture that monster? And it shows us the end credit scene how we captured the monster, like something like really stupid. You know what I mean?
Like, he just goes, "Can you come with me?"
Like a really stupid trap, like something like in Family Guy with a piece of candies. He's like, oh, piece of candy, and he gets him in the butt. Like something stupid like that, something really dumb that you're like, I can't believe that worked, but that's quite funny. Like that could have been a good way to end, but obviously instead we got the Grunkle Stan dance, which it's still pretty funny, but I think that would have worked better as
it's a nice tie into the bet as well.
Yeah, it could have still worked as the actual full-on end, or they could have intertwined the monster quick gathering in the actual episode, like they did with Wendy when it, like cut to her and her mates like messing around. They could have somehow like interwoven Dipper a very quick like 30 seconds to a minute sequence of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going into the woods of like, wonder what I can capture, and then obviously maybe he drops the book or something, and he's like, oh, it lands on it. He's like, yeah, that'll do. And he's like, okay. And then he goes and quickly gets it. But obviously, I think they did it for the mystery angle of what he's actually got in the bag.
Absolutely.
But then again, when they revealed it, they still could have probably done where did you actually find that? Flashback. But you know, it works without, but it would have been a really nice touch to have it, and it definitely would have added more points, I think, from me to the episode, because then it gave everyone their complete story.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as other than that, it is a really fun episode, and I recommend this one. I don't think I'm gonna like in the 9s for this.
Yeah,
but it's definitely like a high 8 for me.
I don't know where I'm putting it.
Do I go? I'm debating internally because at the moment I've got it the same score I gave the Double Dipper episode, the clone one. But I'm starting to think that I'll actually want to change that because I do actually find this one pretty funny. As you say, I did laugh like quite a lot during this. So I was going to give it an 8.8, but instead I'm going to give it an 8.9. It falls just short of that 9. But I say if I did that monster thing with adding it into it and showed you how he caught it, I think it would have upped it to at least a 9 for me. But for now, I'm going to go with an 8.9.
I'm probably going to go for an 8.5, I think.
8.5.
Yeah. Couldn't think of, like... It's not bad, but it's not, like, the best either. Like, I think it's funny. It's an average episode. It's a filler episode. Which brings me into the next filler episode, which will be Bottomless Pit. I've just noticed episode 18 is called The Land Before Swine.
Nah. Piggy.
Oink oink.
Oink oink.
But yeah, make sure you check us out next week when we watch The Bottomless Pit and review it. And make sure to give us a subscribe and a like and leave a comment down below about what you thought of this episode. Okay, Slowpoke Boy out.
Away! If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.